From LeBron James' failed dunk attempts to Karl Malone's unforgettable missed layup to Shaq calling Robinson a fake, the NBA All-Star Game has seen its fair share of cringeworthy moments. Let's relive the most hilarious and embarrassing moments of the game, starting from Shaq's infamous airball free throw. Shaquille O'Neal is widely regarded as one of the greatest centers to ever play in the NBA.
Samaki Walker, the ball into Shaq. He's going to the hole. Slam dunk.
Pavlovich will foul Paul.
He was a dominant force in the post, using his size and strength to overpower opponents and score at will. But one aspect of his game that he struggled with was free throw shooting. In the 2009 NBA All-Star Game, Shaq found himself at the free throw line with a chance to tie the game. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, eager to see if the big man could come through in the clutch. Shaq took a deep breath, bounced the ball a few times, and then released his shot, only to watch in horror as the ball sailed through the air and missed everything, not even touching the rim. It was an airball of epic proportions, and the crowd erupted in laughter and disbelief. And fans don't leave a moment to turn everything into a meme. Shaq's airball free throw quickly became a viral sensation, with fans and commentators jokingly calling it the worst free throw ever. The New Jersey native made fun of his own game too, realizing his struggles with free throw shooting. Well, that's the sign of a good sportsman. While the airball was an embarrassing moment for Shaq, it's also a reminder of the importance of practice and perseverance. The NBA star may have struggled with free throws throughout his career, but he never gave up on trying to improve. And even though he missed that one shot in the All-Star Game, he still remains one of the greatest players in NBA history, known for his dominant play and larger-than-life personality, and also his witty tongue. Let's hear how he threw shade at one of his opponents, Shaq and David Robinson's trash talk. In the 1996 All-Star Game, Shaquille and David Robinson were lined up for a jump ball when Shaq decided to have a little fun with some friendly trash talk. As the two centers faced off, the 50-year-old player told Robinson, "You're not a real center, you're just a fake." The 57-year-old, who was known for his professionalism and quiet demeanor, didn't take kindly to the comment. He fired back, "At least I won a championship." Well, Shaq should have seen it coming because, in a way, he dug his own grave. The duo continued to go back and forth throughout the game, each trying to one-up the other with their play on the court. Shaq would score a basket and then give Robinson a little shove or bump, and the 57-year-old would respond by playing even harder. The two men showed off their competitive spirit and their love for the game while entertaining the fans with their banter. The trash talk continued after the game as well, with Shaq telling reporters, "I'm the new sheriff in town, and he's the old sheriff." Robinson, for his part, took it all in stride, saying, "It's all part of the game." He agreed that his opponent was a great player, and he knows it, but he just had to remind him that he has been around for a while. The trash talk moment was a great example of the fun and competitive spirit that the All-Star Game can bring out in players. It showed that even the biggest stars in the league aren't above a little friendly ribbing, and that basketball is as much about having fun as it is about winning. Even legends like LeBron James have had their share of awkward moments.
James. Oh, rejected! The throw just got the king. There's a little soft there. Blair. Gordon and LeBron James on skates.
These are times LeBron got humiliated.
Let's hear about the great's not-so-shining moment, LeBron's missed alley-oop. In the 2017 NBA All-Star Game, James and Russell Westbrook had a chance to show off their skills and teamwork during an alley-oop play. Westbrook threw the ball high up toward the rim, expecting LeBron to rise up and finish with an energetic dunk. But things didn't go as planned for the duo and their fans. As the ball soared toward the rim, the 38-year-old attempted to jump up and catch it, but he mistimed his jump and missed the ball entirely. The ball hit the backboard and bounced off, and it got a surprised and disappointed reaction from the crowd. LeBron's humiliating moment quickly went viral on social media, with fans and commentators poking fun at the missed opportunity. Even the LA Lakers star himself couldn't help but laugh at the mistake, jokingly blaming Westbrook for throwing the ball too high. But despite the embarrassment, the duo continued to play hard and put on a show for the fans. The game ended up being a high-scoring affair, with the Western Conference winning 192 to 182. Well, if it keeps the fans entertained, then it can be forgiven. After all, even the greatest players in the world can make mistakes and have off days. And let's not forget Karl Malone's missed layup. The former NBA player was one of the greatest power forwards in the history of the sport, but the Louisiana native made a blunder in the 1997 NBA All-Star Game. In the final seconds of the game, Malone had a chance to tie the game with a layup. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the outcome of the play. Malone received the ball and drove towards the basket, going up for the layup, only to watch in disbelief as the ball bounced off the rim and out of bounds. The miss was an interesting turn of events, and the crowd was left in shock. The mailman had been a consistent scorer throughout his career, so the missed layup was a surprise to many. But even then, Malone showed sportsmanship and class, shaking hands with the opposing team and congratulating them on their victory. Malone's embarrassing moment shows the pressure of playing at the highest level of basketball. But despite the miss, Malone remains one of the greatest players in NBA history, known for his skill and sportsmanship on and off the court. Now on to a more hilarious event that has somewhat become an iconic embarrassing moment: the East missed dunks. During the 2014 NBA All-Star Game, two Eastern Conference players, LeBron James and Paul George, attempted dunks that they had clearly underestimated. First up was King James, known for his incredible athleticism and no stranger to jaw-dropping dunks. However, in this particular moment, he seemed to have misjudged the distance to the hoop. He jumped up for what looked like a routine dunk, but the ball hit the front of the rim and bounced back to the court. The crowd couldn't believe what they had just seen. Even LeBron himself seemed a little stunned. Next up was Paul George, a talented forward who was also representing the East team.
Paul George from the Indiana Pacers. A long three. George is open. The angle three. Yes.
Like LeBron, George attempted a dunk that he couldn't quite pull off. He jumped up, twisting his body in midair, and attempted a 360-degree dunk, but the ball hit the back of the rim and bounced away. The crowd groaned in disappointment, but also couldn't help but laugh at the failed attempt. While the missed dunks may have been embarrassing for the duo at that time, they thought it was hilarious too. The missed dunks may have been a blip on their radar, but they'll always be remembered as funny and entertaining moments when fans look back at them. Well, it happens to the best of us, so I think it's only justified. Even if we forgive our favorite players' mishaps, that doesn't mean we forget them. That's all for the most embarrassing NBA All-Star moments in history.
Eastern Conference Finals. Cavs versus Celtics. And for the first time in nearly a decade,